Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III and our roleplay series as the Dokeianos dynasty. Alright, so remember we left off last episode in this little rebellion or large rebellion. It's all of our counts. I think, yeah, every single count rebelled against us. So yeah, we're done with this larger rebellion here. And just about done. I think we should win it here soon. We do have these guys doing the siege, and of course they're not going to have any effect doing that. We were able to take our cousin, so that's our second cousin that we took prisoner here, but again, that doesn't actually increase the war score at all. Looks like the battle didn't really help at all either. That's the way it seems. Yeah, because we're still sitting at just 56%, maybe because they're an ally, perhaps, I'm not entirely sure. Once these guys get another little tick up, just to make sure that we don't lose so many that we can't do the siege anymore. And these guys are going to run really far, apparently, and they're just going to keep chasing them down. We are getting the ticking war score. Yeah, we're getting the ticking war score right now. So let's go and attack here now. Try and get control of one of these damn counties here. Again, this one here is the worst one for us to be sieging down because it's such a huge fortification. Obviously, that's not it. This one here, you know, it's level 4. If we wanted to really use that army for sieging, I guess that's the better one. Or maybe this one. I suppose that's what we'll do, and that will keep him close, because there's no reason to come here. So let's go and have him go down here instead. Our sister finished again, and it's just a fabrication of this hook here. When are we going to finish getting this? Because I'm keeping her there until we finish this. It looks like we're just about done. Alright, so we do have a 90% chance of success here. 3 more months. Let's just go ahead and say there's no reason we can't be friends. We are getting opinion boost with those characters. I don't know that that'll ever help us, but... yeah, but let's not do that siege, guys. I think the 17 months, I feel like with this one here, we'd probably get that done quicker, even with having to move over there. You know, it's not like it takes very long for him to move over there, but yeah, I feel like that's the best way to do it, since it's the smallest location. We did get an intrigue perk. Excellent. Let's go ahead and I'm clicking this X and it's not dismissing it. So now we have a couple choices, 3 different routes we could go first. Which remember, we're an older character, so I don't know that we'll fill out this second tree here, guys. So we got this one here, and so now we can do the digging for dirt, find secrets, progress, speed plus 25%, or the kidnapper, allowing us to kidnap characters. We can do the disrupt schemes, effectiveness plus 50%, prepared for anything here, enemy hostile scheme. So yeah, this is of course going to help us in that regard. Or we can do the swift execution, murder scheme power plus 30%, and job done right. The scheme success chance is plus 25%. So let's go ahead and do. I mean, kidnapping, I think, is something our character might do. Yeah, he might do some kidnapping. So could go that route first. You know what? Let's do the murder one first. We'll do that one and get the job done right. And then from there, I think we'll go over here. I don't think we'd go down the defensive one first because we're so trusting. You know, we don't. Nobody's going to act against us. They all love us. Or so we think. All right. So here's our fabricate hook. Scheme that we finally have completed. Barbaric but effective. The simple solution is often the best. Why worry with all this intrigue and manipulation when I can simply coerce the Duke Constantine into doing my bidding? A few strongmen and ominously worded letters should do it, really. So we can say scribe. We have letters to compose. And this is a tyrannical action, plus 1 that will gain dread. We'll get a weak hook against him, but it will decrease his opinion, so it's really not the best way to do it, in fact. Yeah, we could restart it. Well, we're stupid, so... yeah, I would say, again, if we were min-maxing, I think you should go with this route, because the whole purpose is to get him to accept. And a weak hook gives you a plus 100, but the negative 30 opinion will tick it down. Not by 100, but might be enough where we can't get him to accept. So it's really not the best way to do this. There's other events that don't result in such a large opinion loss, you know, for threatening. It's really not the best way to do it, guys. But we're stupid, so we would probably do it. Alright, so we'll take a look and see if we can get him to agree, guys. I don't know. Again, it's kind of up in the air. Can't really say for sure. So I think it's this character here. Oh, so he has multiple duchies. Oh, he's quite powerful, huh? So that's the reason why his younger son is set to inherit, and also probably why he's a little bit more open towards, we're going to want to reset these, a little bit more open to doing the matrilineal marriage. And yep, that was just enough to make it so we can't do it, guys. Yep. That's a shame. The opinion hit. We're now being hit by, where is that? -32. The too many existing alliances is also hitting us as well, harder than it probably was before. So that's something to consider. That might have had an effect too. But yeah, now we're going to have to try and sway him. Good God, how much time do we have? He's 10. We still have plenty of time. So we can attempt to do the swaying, but not good chances of success here. We could bribe him instead. It's 217 gold though. Wow. Yeah, not a lot of options available here, guys, because we took that route. Again, I would have not done that if I had a choice in the matter, but I feel like Duke Michael III is so dumb that he can't even figure out that that's kind of goes against his plans. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. We can go ahead and do another scheme, though. Try and think of what we might want to do here. We don't really have any other kids available for marriage at this point. Yeah, there's really no kids to arrange a marriage for, so really don't need to get hooks for that. Is there people we might want to, like, assassinate or something? Again, I feel like our character is that type. He might be willing to assassinate some other characters. Just looking at potential. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see if we can find somebody. I'm not going to just kill somebody just for the point of killing somebody. All right, so we got 2 sieges going. These guys cannot complete the siege because they do not have enough soldiers. How many do they need? We want to take a look at that, exactly how many they're going to need here. They need 750, so the garrison is larger than them because of the casualties they took. So we're going to have to pull off a few of these. Maybe that, yeah, that many should be enough. Let's go ahead and have them go over there and get that siege going. Because, yeah, this siege would be able to complete faster than this one at the 6 months here. All right, so they have another army that just rose up as well, but it's only 84 dudes. And I just don't think they have the numbers to attack even this weak army here. So with that, that should be enough for it to start going. Now it's 6 months. I was expecting it to be actually quicker. Oh yes, that's right. I forgot. This is a huge fort, so that's actually really, really quick for the fort size. So we're looking at 4 months and 6 months. Where are they at on their siege? How long would it take? They don't even have enough soldiers to do the siege. Okay, so we don't have to worry about it. So we can go ahead and say, go ahead and pull her off of that task now. And an enemy ally joins the war, so he did die from his wounds. That's hilarious. So yeah, he died from his wounds, and thus his son has taken over. Okay, it doesn't really change anything, other than the fact that he might have less troops available because it's that boy. We got our ally coming in as well. I'm not entirely sure what they're going to do. I assume they're going to attack that 104 men, or maybe attack these 30 here. Let's go ahead and get her doing something else, because there's no point on doing that secrets anymore. It's not going to work. How long does that weak hook last? Let's just take a look here. I think it was like, yeah, 10 years. So let's have her do, I guess we'll just do the disrupt schemes since we're not doing any schemes right now. But yeah, we're not going to look for secrets at the moment. All of our vassals right now are at war with us, so no point on trying to work on them. Because we don't even know what's going to happen with them just yet. And it looks like we did get our wife pregnant again here at 38 years old. All right, so that's interesting because remember, we don't have any other sons. So right now our son is set to inherit all of our titles. If we had another son, then he's going to get half of them. So he'll end up being very, very powerful. He'll end up taking, you know, maybe 2 counties from us. Yeah, 2 counties. Even if we gained a third one, it would still, or excuse me, a 5th one, it would still result in him only getting 2. All right, so let's go and speed this up, guys, since we're just waiting on sieges at this point. And yeah, he is going to come over here and attempt to attack those 30 and just kind of, you know, wrangle them up. We almost have this siege here done. Less than a month. That should tick up the war score quite a bit. Yep, 82% now. Got a bit of gold. And we did seize control of our nephew, Cyrus, as well as a couple other characters. We'll have to take a look at them. All these people in our prison as a torturing, callous character. Yeah, you can already imagine what we're about to do. So let's go ahead and, what do we want to do with this army here? I guess we're going to go and attack these guys just for shits and giggles. I think that this here will be enough to win the siege. Could do that one, but it's just going to take so long. I'd prefer to do it with the sieging army if we're going to do it at all. So let's go and take a look at our prisoners. And we don't have a court physician. Well, that's a problem. Let's see if we have anybody here in our court that would make a good choice. She's okay. She's a schemer. And we could appoint her. She's got a decent learning. I don't know who she is. I think it's just some random person in her court. Yeah, let's go ahead and do her. We'll appoint her. Where is that? I think it's down here, actually. Appoint her as court physician. 67-year-old woman here. Maybe not the type of woman that you'd want. Yeah, this is a terrible woman to have as your physician. She's sadistic and deceitful and ambitious. Oh my god, that's like the worst person ever. And a genius and a schemer. This is the worst person ever to make your doctor. But we're a dumbass, so that's what we would do. We're not the smartest, person out there. So we've got 4 prisoners here. Remember, he was the first one gathered. We're going to keep him in the prison for now. And who are these characters? Are these all children of Count Cyrus? Yes, they are. We have both of his children right now. Okay. And his wife. We have his entire family of our half-brother here. Yep. Okay, so we could go ahead and ransom them off to him. Or we could do other things. There's a lot of other things we could do, guys. You know, we could do a little bit of torturing. Yes, of course. It does result in us gaining stress. That's interesting. You gain stress from torturing for being trusting? Huh. I'm not entirely sure why you'd gain stress from torturing because you're trusting. I mean, I understand the idea. What they're probably trying to go here with is that you trust other characters so you don't feel the need to torture them for information, because you trust that they would give you the truth without torture. There was a belief in certain countries at this time that the only way, and this continued on for hundreds of years after this period, that the only way you could ever get the truth from anybody is under torture. That was the only way that you could believe what somebody was saying, because otherwise they would just lie. That was the only way you were for sure getting the truth. So I think that's the idea here, is that you feel like you don't have to torture people because you trust that they're telling you the truth. But I mean, that's not the only reason to torture people. You don't only torture people just to get information. You might be torturing them because you enjoy it. Which our character, you know, I guess here, one thing we should look at here is that we're not sadistic. We don't just enjoy torture. We're heartless and cold-blooded. We're indifferent to people. So you know what? I don't think we can just torture somebody. Now that I think about it, guys. Yeah, I don't think we can just torture anybody who hasn't done anything to us. Because, yeah, while we might not, you know, as I explained in the last series, I feel like a callous person is indifferent to the suffering of others. So the way I look at it here, the difference between callous and sadistic is a sadistic person not only, you know, doesn't care about people suffering, they actually want to see their suffering. They want to cause their suffering. They enjoy seeing other people suffer. While a callous person is just indifferent to the suffering. They don't actually want to cause it, but they don't care if they cause suffering, and they don't care about somebody suffering. So that's the way I kind of look at it. So in this case, as a callous character instead of a sadistic character, I really feel like we can't just torture anybody without having a reason. We have to have some reason. And we really don't have a reason to torture any of these characters. We could kill them, though. That is definitely, you know, something we can do if we so desire. So we'll keep them in prison for right now. We won't torture them because, again, that doesn't make any sense. I was going to do it just because I thought it was good for our character, but it's really not. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Looks like says we captured this guy here, but he's dead. He died from his wounds, so now he's slain in battle. So we didn't capture him. That's kind of confusing, but whatever. So we're sitting at 85%. Still waiting for the siege to be completed. It's 1 day, so that should be the end. And we captured the Countess, so it's such a bummer we didn't complete that in the beginning. This war would have been much quicker if we had captured her right in the beginning, but then, you know, that army got defeated, so that's unfortunate. So we've imprisoned her, which is the point of the conflict. We got that money. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands. Nobody will be able to join any factions. We also will have the right to imprison Cyrus, as well as, we already have Countess Sergia. But yeah, we can imprison Cyrus and Magnus, but they won't be imprisoned. We'll have to actually do that. And they can't join factions for 10 years as well. Alright, so finish up the conflict. Let's go and disband our army now, guys. And let's just go and take a look at what we want to do with these characters. Now, we already know we're going to take her title from her, so I guess that's the way we'll start with this, by taking her title. And I'm hitting all the wrong keys here. A lot of people in prison, man. Quite a few. So yeah, let's go and talk to her. And we're going to go ahead and revoke her title. This will, of course, put us above the holding limits. So yeah, we're going to take her title, guys. You could argue we'd also probably we might torture her because she led this rebellion against us. Might argue she'd do that. But yeah, I don't really think that we might not be a torturer, guys. I think they got to kind of do something to us. Might just kill them. I think that's the way we'd likely do it. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and revoke her title. All right. And she had no choice but to grant it to us. Of course, that does put us over our holding limits. So we might want to figure out what we're going to do. But before we do that, we might end up taking more titles because we always wanted to take this from Cyrus. We didn't really want to give that to Cyrus. We were going to give him something else. And we were kind of forced by the game to grant this title, Corinth, to him. If we wanted to have the entire Peloponnesian Peninsula under our control, this is the time to do it, guys. He is arrested. He is under our control. And we could take his title without any issue because he has no right to it. And then we could revoke the barony as well from him. Yeah, he's a criminal, so he has no right to that title. So revoked. You've lost your title, brother. So he really should not have rebelled against us. That was quite stupid on his part. He does have another daughter here that we don't have locked up right now. But we have the rest of his family locked up. And these are all his siblings. Okay, so they share a mother, I think. Yeah, looks like they all share the mother. Because remember, he did end up marrying, he had a lot of wives here, but yeah, he did end up marrying her, who had already had kids with his brother, our uncle. So yeah, it's a weird family here, guys. Quite a weird family. But let's go ahead and take care of these prisoners. We still have a few more to deal with. Count Magnus. Do we want to take his title too? Do any of our brothers have rights to titles? I don't know that they do. I really don't know that they do. I kind of feel like we could take this from them, or we could forgive our brothers. Would we forgive our brothers? I guess that's the question. We're quite trusting, so we trust that they would never rebel again, because they've learned their lesson, right? And I feel like we're just going to take all the titles from these rebels. They shouldn't have rebelled against us. Now, we'll still have to give them out, of course. But yeah, I think we're just going to take all their titles. I don't feel like any of them deserve these titles, honestly. And just remove our brothers from power. So I don't think we have any brothers now that have any power at this moment. Yeah, because Thomas still hasn't gotten a position, so nobody has any power. We took everything they had. Alright, so with that done, now we have to figure out what to actually do with them. Now, I kind of feel like, again, I don't know that we'd kill them, guys. I know we're callous. I don't know that we'd kill our brother, though. Maybe. Yeah, we're so trusting. I feel like we would say, like, oh, they're not going to rebel again. They're not going to go to another land and get them to declare war on us. They would never do that. So yeah, I feel like as a trusting character, we've taken their titles, and thus I don't think we'd kill them. Even though removing them would be, honestly, that'd be the best thing to do, especially with Cyrus, because you could remove him and kill like his entire family. Anybody who really has a problem, you'd have a problem with. Of course, you still have the niece here, but she doesn't have any claims to the titles. Only the boy would. I mean, she might get the claims. Yeah, she could end up getting the claims once her father dies. I think, yeah. So they should all get claims eventually. But yeah, I feel like that would be the best way to do it. I don't think he'd kill. I mean, honestly, the best way to do it would be to kill them, to get rid of them, so they would no longer be a threat. Especially this character here, Cyrus has a hook on us, so he could use that against us. So I think that the best thing to do would be to kill him. But I don't think we'd do that. And there are brothers. Maybe we have a little bit of feeling for him, maybe not much. But we trust them. We trust they're not going to cause any issues. So I think we're going to. I think we're just going to go ahead and free them. We could ransom her off for some gold, I suppose. Yeah, so we'll do that. With these guys, I almost just want to I'm tempted to just kind of banish them. Just banish them from the realm. I can castrate or blind them. I suppose that's one way to deal with them. This does cause, because we trust him, so yeah, it looks like it does cause some issues. It's treated like the same as torture, essentially. So yeah, I don't think we can do that actually. So we won't be doing any of these. Yeah, so we won't do that. And I'm not seeing an option here for banishing them from the realm. That's not a possibility. So yeah, I think we'll just ransom them off. We're not going to get much money. But yeah, I think we'll just ransom them off. But I don't think we'll keep them in the dungeon. I think that'd be too smart for our character, for our trusting character. We'll just ransom them. You know, you lost your titles. Now give me the gold. I'm surprised that Magnus is giving us so much. I think we could have got more from the other ones. So I don't think we'll be able to ransom any of them. Nope, she's not. Yeah, I guess we could just go to ransom her off as well. Okay, this is his spouse. She's not in his realm though, so I see. That had me confused why we were able to deal with her. So yeah, we can go ahead and ransom all these off. Let's go and let them reply to the current offers. We do have our cousin here. Could get a weak hook on him. See what other options there are. We could have him renounce the claims, I suppose. Is he any good at anything? I might want to recruit him. He's okay. But yeah, I think we'll just have him renounce the claims and gain a weak hook on him. Get rid of him. Alright, so let's go and let some of these offers go through. Get a little bit of money here. Remember, we're trying to earn enough money to be able to, you know, bribe the Duke there. Gained a hook on her cousin. And that might be it. Alright, we also finished construction, but we can't build anything right now. Because again, we're trying to earn some money. So let's go ahead and see who's still left in the dungeon. Just the two children here, which we would only be able to get favors on the actual children. Which isn't really all that helpful, but if there's nothing else to do, then I guess that's what we'll do. Alright. We might have already had favors on those kids if they were born, you know, after we became the head of house. I didn't even check if they had favors or not, but it doesn't matter. There wasn't anything to do, guys. So we're still looking to marry off our daughter here, but yeah, just can't get him to agree. I am hoping that his opinion will naturally improve, yeah, from the threaten me. So that's going to go up. But yeah, we just need to be able to either sway him, which is impossible, or we can attempt to... I hate that the swaying does result in stress. I feel like... Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate, honestly. I feel like as a shy character, I guess it does make sense. But I mean, you don't necessarily need to go see them in person to, you know, for the swaying. I mean, much of the swaying with the event seems to be, you know, writing a letter. A shy character, I don't really feel like would be against writing a letter. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Do you think we should be swaying anybody as a shy character? Maybe we shouldn't be. Maybe we shouldn't sway anybody. I don't know. We don't have very good chances of swaying people anyways. But we did have another kid, and it is a son. So that is now going to cause problems with the inheritance, guys. He will now inherit quite a few titles. Now, given he's not going to inherit all this because we're going to give these out here in a minute. So he'll get a couple titles. So we can go in and give out this to a low noble. Just get a baron appointed there. So that'll take that down. That's the reason why we're also so far in the negative too. Is we have too many damn titles. This one here is obviously, we've already kind of determined that that's the least profitable one. So we'll be granting that one out as well. So yeah, we'll grant that out. And then it seems that this is... Oh, okay, that's that one here. So yeah, we'll keep all of these ones here. And then we're going to grant maybe these two out. Seems like these are the worst two. Let me keep that one. Actually, no. We'd have to give out all three of them. Yeah, we'll have to give out all three because we are 3 over right now. I guess you could argue he's a stupid character. You might keep the holdings, even though it's a negative doing so. I don't know, I guess you could argue that. So let's go ahead and grant these out, though. Just get some vassals here. So we won't grant any of these to our son. Yeah, I don't think we'll grant any of these to him because we want him to inherit the titles here. We could grant it to our other son, of course. And maybe we want to keep a title open for him so he can actually be a count. Maybe we would want to do that. We have such a low domain holding limit because of our just absolutely garbage stewardship. Just can't get worse than that. We're sitting at 0, guys, so we're not getting anything from that. So that's the reason why we can't hold very many titles. Let's just go and grant this one up to anybody. I don't really care who gets this. So let's just find a character that has served us well and deserves to be rewarded. So that's what we're looking for. So we have the Marshal here. He's a fantastic Marshal. Maybe that's what we want to do. Reward people who are already in our court here. Could reward the Steward. Remember, he is married to our niece, so I want to say that they're... Oh, she's not of our dynasty, though. Yeah, they're of a different dynasty, apparently. So it's going to reward that Marshal. I feel like he deserves it. And he's pretty good, too. So yeah, let's reward him. Although, maybe we should demand that he convert first. And then if he's willing to convert, which he's not. Alright, so he's not willing to convert. We could use a hook on him, which we would get a hook, I think, on him here. Well, no, we don't get a hook for giving him titles. Instead, he just likes us. He just likes us a bit more, which might make him more likely to accept it, but probably not enough. So yeah, we're going to grant him that county. So grant him that. I almost feel like we'd be tempted to keep this one, at the very least, to give to our youngest son. To give him some titles. And again, it's very, very inefficient to keep these titles. You know, with just, I guess we can see just how much of a penalty is. I forgot what it is. I think it might be 20% per holding over the domain limit, something like that. It's a pretty big penalty. It results in the county not being, result in you getting more money in levies, because it affects all your counties once you get past that 1 year for the recently acquired holdings. Which would be November 4th, 1139. Since it affects all your counties, reducing them, sometimes one county might be fine going over the limit, but going 2 over, I mean, you're going to get a pretty big penalty. We'll take a look at that. We'll let it sit here and take a look at it. It's very, very inefficient, and it sounds exactly like what a stupid character would do, I suppose, rather than giving the titles out. Again, I feel like you should probably give these out in this case. But yeah, we could keep them and give them to our son instead later on. And just take the penalty. That would always be an option. I want to see if this guy, he still doesn't like us. It doesn't help that we're a tyrant, but yeah, he still doesn't really like us. And we're not going to sway him. We're not going to give him a gift or anything like that. So yeah, I think he's just going to not like us. He might actually accept here, but he'll ask for something in return. Yeah, let's see if he'll convert. I don't know necessarily that we really truly care. It's too strong. He's not willing to convert. Alright, so it looks like the Emperor had a short war there, something that popped up for a brief second, and then went straight to 100%. Not entirely sure what happened there. Alright, up to the task. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood or influence alone. How wrong they are. I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a long day, I am complaining to Simonis, something like that, that's our wife, when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it. Husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. So we get to improve one of them. I don't know if we've had this event yet in this series. We've obviously had it in the last one. But yeah, we might have had it in this one too, because I recall it happening recently. So which one do we want to improve? I am looking to see which ones to be grateful. It seems they'd all be grateful. So we might want to look at like the worst one, I suppose. And the one that we're most likely to keep as well, because this Chancellor is pretty garbage. Could always change him. Well, it looks like he already has that position. So yeah, there's nobody else. So we do have the best one there. I'm just going to see if there's any other better options and if that would impact us at all. I don't think so, guys. I really don't think so. So yeah, we're just going to improve one of these. And we're trying to get the Marshal like us more. I guess everybody hates us, huh? Well, let's do her, I suppose. She's our sister. And she's our spy master, which is pretty important to have your spy master like you, which nobody's going to like us because we're so tyrannical. We can attempt to go ahead and do that lashing out now. Yeah, I think we're going to lash out. We're angry, frustrated, so stressed out. So yeah, we're going to do this. This is going to just further reduce opinion with vassals. Everybody's going to hate us. Probably this entire playthrough is this character. Alright, so we're going to lash out at our Baron here. Were you born such a vile churl, or did that develop later in life? So he's going to hate us now, and we lose a little bit of stress from that. But we're still above the first stress level, so that's still a problem, guys. Yeah, we can't hold feast either because we don't like to. And it wouldn't help with stress anyway. It just stresses us out more. How much money did we need? I feel like it was 225 to bribe him. I might have been wrong. It's 217 now. So let's attempt to bribe him and see if that's enough. We could wait until it ticks down a little bit. I guess we'll see how close he is to arranging this marriage for his son. Very close, but not quite there. And yeah, it does seem to be age considerations are becoming more of a problem as well because she's getting older. She's much older than he is. We did not sway him. Is it causing stress every time we redo it? No, it's not. So I guess we could keep it going with our 50% chance here since we already have it there. And you got to talk to your bishop, even if you are shy. I mean, you got to at least like confess to him and stuff. So yeah, let's go ahead and send the gift off and see if that's enough. I don't think it will be, guys. I do not think it will be. Again, we can just force a marriage. It just wouldn't be matrilineal. And I'm really trying to make this happen. I'm actually surprised we're getting that penalty for too many alliances. We don't really even have that many allies. We have 3. I'm also a bit surprised we're getting such a huge hit from that. We might just have to arrange this marriage, guys, without the matrilineal marriage. And I suppose it's fine. I was trying to spread the dynasty, but I mean, it's still a good marriage. He's still very powerful. And we are still using a hook to force him to accept it. I mean, he wouldn't accept it otherwise. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can really do here, guys. His opinion, now at this point, you can see that the threatening is ticking down faster than the received gift. But also she's getting older as well, which might make this go lower. But honestly, I don't think we would be able to get a... we'd have to get a 25 here, which is just not going to be enough. Yeah, I don't think so, guys. We'd have to... This thing would have to wait until it completely expires, which would be years from now, and he'd be too old. Even then, it might not be enough. It might be. But remember, the received gift is also ticking down, so probably not. So I don't think there's any other way to do this than to just use the hook, guys, and not get the matrilineal marriage. It's fine. He's 11 years old. It's about time. So let's just go ahead and do the marriage with the hook. It's a bummer we couldn't make that happen, but it is what it is. So we now have another powerful ally, a very powerful ally, in fact. He's got 6,000 men, and he's outside the realm as well, meaning we could use him for conflicts within the realm. So we should be starting to look at the next conflict. I don't know that our character has many claims. He actually has a claim on the entire duchy here. Wow. How powerful is she? Because yeah, we could just try and get control of the entire duchy. I guess you could do both of these here. Yeah, we could go ahead and attempt to attack her for the entire duchy. How are we looking on troop numbers, though? We have a lot more allies than she does. She doesn't have very many. She has her own army that's pretty large. But yeah, we're looking at like 3,000 men. If you look at us and our own allies, I mean, we're way more powerful than she is. We could, of course, wait until we get some of these built back up. We're doing it like 93 per month, so it's not really a rush. We've got time. How old is she? She's 48. Yeah, I think we'll declare war here soon. Try and get that duchy. Because again, we're not a content character anymore, and there's no reason that we wouldn't be expanding as we would normally. So, yeah, we're gonna expand into here, guys. Now, gaining another duchy isn't exactly a positive. That was just resulting in us losing that title. And the Duchess is pregnant again. All right, so we are really getting down now here in our 50s and 40s. I mean, wow. Yeah. All right. Interesting. Which is most interesting is the fact that we no longer are a seducer. Meaning that we're not getting that fertility benefit, and yet we're still having a lot of kids. I find that interesting. What we need to look at is just any county here, frankly. Just grab a county, and then we need to look at the kingdom of Greece, and see what we need to be able to create this title here. So we do need 2 duchy titles. We need 400 gold, which we don't have, and we also need to have. I guess we just need 2 duchy titles. To usurp this, we have 0 of the 2 counties, so we'd have to take 2 counties from her. Do we even have the ability to declare war on her? Yeah, we don't even have a claim at this moment. We could go ahead and start working on that, I suppose. We are an older character. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this done in time. We might end up losing all this territory here. It's a very real possibility, guys. So it's fine. It would result in, I think, unless we have another son, we ended up losing less counties overall, though. So yeah, I guess it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we'd lose any territory we took here, but yeah, he would get the whole duchy here, meaning he'd only get the one county, I think. Only the counties that are in this duchy here. So we'd only lose that county and anything else we took here to our second son. So I think we ended up losing less counties this way. Let's go ahead and fabricate a claim on, which one do we want to do? Probably the Attica. Would probably be the best one to go after first. So let's go and do that. Let's go and fabricate a claim here. I am curious to see if there's going to be any difference in how long it takes. Nope, 2 years. So we'll go ahead and fabricate a claim on that county. So we'll declare war on them. But I think we'll be doing a war here first. Just looking to see what other conflicts there are. Obviously, we have the conflict here. Doesn't really help us that much, I suppose. Though, can we do it for... Let's just take a look. I think it's just for a county. Let me just double check, though. Okay, so this is actually for somebody else's claims. Our niece's claims. So that's one option there. He has a stronger army than us. But we're stupid, so maybe we'd probably still declare war. Because we're dumb like that. We have... I'm looking for... Okay, so we have this here. We can declare war. This is for our wife's claims. Oh, wow. So that would be super beneficial. There's another great, fantastic war, man. I remember we did this marriage. I think we arranged this marriage for him. So that would be very beneficial for us to use our wife's claims. So could do that conflict as well. And that would be inherited by our sons. Let's take a look and see. We actually have the claims here. Yeah, we already knew about that one. And then we have Bulgaria as well. The Duke of Bulgaria. Somebody else has claims there. So yeah, a lot of options, guys. I think this is clearly the best choice, though, for this initial conflict. And just kind of building up our army here. But I feel like it's just about there. We'll wait one more month here in February, and then we're going to declare war. All right, so let's go and declare war on her for the entire duchy. Good God. Yeah, that's going to be nice. So, let's go and make sure we're going after both of those and declare war. Okay, so we have declared war on her. She does have a similar size army, so let's go and bring in all of our allies if they're willing to come. Spend all that prestige, of course, to do so. Though maybe we won't call him in. I mean, he's got a large enough army. It's only 75 prestige as well. So yeah, we'll bring him in as well. Just try and get this conflict done sooner. And are these just all mayors? They're just mayors, so we don't care. All right, so let's go ahead and move this. We'll raise it up right here. Go ahead and raise our 3,000 men up. There we go, beautiful. And let's go ahead and move on to the attack. I don't know where her army is just yet. I suppose we'll go after the capital first. We might want to keep our army together this time, since the reason why we lost is because we didn't have our army together. So, of course, all of our allies are going to join, as they said they would. Very nice. Of course, that's all costing us the prestige, so our prestige is dropping fairly rapidly. And her ally joined as well. That's the Duke of Sicily. So there will be some conflict here in Italy, because Tuscany and Sicily will be fighting each other. It's kind of extended this into the Italian peninsula. So she ended up running. I don't really want to split the army up because that costed us last time, but I really feel like that's the best way to do this. Now, they would get the bonus for defending the strait. We'd have to chase them this way. It's only 1,500. I should have, well, yeah, I didn't have any money, but yeah, I was going to say we should have spent our money on attempting to increase our men-at-arms. You can see we're losing a lot of money per turn, so we really need to get a siege done. So you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's split off the new army. How many troops are we going to need here? Let's just take a look at what their garrison size is. So not many. They don't really have a large garrison here. So 500 men would be enough. We don't need to split off a ton. And it really doesn't matter. You're just kind of throwing away any troops anyway because they're just going to lose in any battle that they go into. They're just going to lose. So let's go ahead and get... again, we could lead our troops here if we wanted to. We wouldn't let our rival lead. That's for damn sure. We'll let the steward lead. Yeah, I guess we'll let him lead. It's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and probably chase him down. Yeah, we'll probably follow behind him, but attempt to not attack. We're going to take attrition. Maybe the best way would be to go this way. Let them get over to wherever the hell they're going. They always go out to the sea. It's so strange. They really shouldn't do that. But yeah, they always go out to the sea. Spend all that money. Like, why didn't you just cross here? Oh, maybe that's not a crossing point there. I was thinking you could cross here. Maybe you can't. Yeah, you can't cross there. I was thinking that you could. They're pretty far apart. That makes sense that they can't cross there. So they had to go out to sea to avoid our army. Okay, so that makes sense. But they do go out to sea far too often, I feel the AI does. Intriguing prospect. It has come to my attention, my lord, that you might be in need of someone of my talents. My new acquaintance, Nicoletta, approaches me smiling. If my service could be of use, please do not hesitate to request them. And her outfit is broken. Yeah, we got an arm sticking out here. It's all warped. Some of these outfits sometimes get messed up like that. So what do we need her for? Just intrigue? Oh, okay, this is, I see. So, yeah, this is because of her intrigue focus. So could do that. She would like us at least. Would we want her here, though? Because, I mean, we're shy, but we're trusting, so it kind of offsets it. Whatever. Yeah, well, you can move here to court. I don't know what we're going to use her for, but we already have a really good spy master, so. And the marshal earns respect. Increasing popular opinion of that county. Excellent. So we want to fight these guys. I'm not sure where they went though. Like the enemy army. I was going to move into here. Again, I'm just trying to avoid leaving this army here on their lonesome. They got 2 months left to complete that. That could end up winning the war for us. And we're actually going to get assistance now from allies. So now we don't have to worry about being attacked. So I guess we'll go over here and we're looking for them to land. There they are, right there. Yeah, we want to fight them as soon as they land, wherever they land. So we'll just watch and see where they go. All right, so they're going up here. They're going to land right there. All right, so quite strange for them to go there. But whatever. We'll be doing these sieges while they play around up north. All right, so we've knocked out that siege. And that increased it by 35%. And I believe that was also the county we had the claim on, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just take a look real quick. Yes, that was the county we had the claim on as well. All right, so that's the war goal, and that's going to get us the ticking war score. So let's see where we want to attack next. I'd like to see what other counties she has and specifically go after her counties. Though, that is the wrong countess. I'm looking at her. That's who we want to find. So see exactly which counties she has. She actually has multiple duchies. Yeah, she holds another duchy, so she won't even lose all her power here. So looking at the other counties that she controls that one there. And where's this one? Oh, okay, she's the one that controls that title in Sicily. All right, interesting, because that's where we wanted to expand, remember? We talked about that in the beginning of the series. So we'll go after this one and this one. Which one would be quicker? We're looking at level 3 there and a level 7 there. Good God, that's going to take forever. All right, we'll go here then. It is in the mountains, though, so if she was to attack us, we would lose. So let's go and bring our troops up in order to assist and make sure we don't lose that. She's been distracted. She's currently in a battle right now. Make sure that we're not taking any attrition so we can move wherever. We just need to make sure that we're close by to support them. She's going back out to sea. Maybe. She can't decide what she's doing. And we had a daughter. All right, so it's probably a good thing, so we don't have to split any more titles. And when we had our son here, I didn't actually name him. That was my bad. I wasn't even paying attention. I just clicked right through it and kept the name here. I don't remember what was going on that I was so distracted. He is slow, though, so he gained our dumb trait. Although he's not quite as dumb. He's just a little bit slow. He's a fool. And this is Aristarchus. So I didn't name him. That was my bad, guys. I wasn't paying attention. So I would have preferred a different name. So Aristarchus is a fine name. I suppose a fine Greek name. So our daughter, we need to name her. And we could do Constantia. Although I think we have a son named that. Constus, so it's kind of similar. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Sure, why not? We'll go with that name. But yeah, Aristarchus that's probably wouldn't have been the name I would go with, but you know, it's suitable. It works. So they actually have a larger army than we do, so we would need them to attack us in a very defensive location. So we can either go here behind the river. That I don't think would get there in time. We would be defending the river crossing here. It does seem that we'd win decisively, but that's only 1,200 men attacking, guys. That is not the rest. But our allies are coming, so this would be the best way to do it. So they're not going to avoid the river crossing here. Could go here and have them attack us across the river. And I suppose that works as well, and that's actually her who we need to defeat. And it gives our allies more time to get to us. So I think that's the better way to do this. So we'll do it there, because yeah, if you see here, she's actually, whoever's leading this guy, this army here, the Duke Errand, is a better commander. So yeah, let's go here. All right, and we did get a level of splendor for our dynasty finally. Look at that. We're insignificant finally. So it's about time. Where are we? So we're insignificant right now. We were obscure before. So with that, that's going to grant more prestige for marrying into our dynasty, and we get a higher long reign opinion, and we're kind of moving up on the renown there. So we might be able to actually finally get something with that here soon. Well, I say that we're gonna get it done soon, but we're getting 1.28 per month, and we have 299 left, so it's not gonna be soon. It's gonna be a while for it to get that done. Yeah, we have this battle going here, guys. So we should be able to win it, but they're gonna come, and now we are outnumbered. And as far as our countering benefits here, so our archers have been countered by light horsemen, meaning that we're only dealing 80% damage. We are countering the opponent's light footmen, though. They're countering as well. These guys are being countered, the light horsemen are, and now they're only doing 10% of the damage, despite the fact that they're fighting in favorable terrains. That's quite negative. Looks like we've countered their horsemen and their light footmen, so they're only doing 10% damage, but the pikemen are doing full damage. Well, they don't really have very large men-at-arms regiments here. Interesting. So he did, finish up the task to increase control there. Fantastic news. I don't think there's any other, oh, maybe we do still have counties. Yeah, it looks like we do have multiple counties where we need to increase the control of those two that we just took control of in that war. So let's go ahead and increase the control there now. We'll do this one first. All right, so big battle here that will decide the conflict. We might have won even without allied assistance, but with the allies, the win is assured. And with that, we have already won the conflict. But the siege is almost done, so let's go ahead and finish it to get the, to get the money. And yeah, we captured the Baron there, who I think is her son. Yeah, so he's set to inherit everything. Killed 942, they killed 596. Just kind of look how our troops did here. The knights overall killed 257. Looks like our count and marshal here did absolutely fantastic. Just proven to us that he was worth giving that county to. These knights have done pretty damn well as well, so we might want to give them, counties in the future, reward them. I'm sure we're gonna get something here in this war. So with the actual night battles, I'm not seeing any deaths, just some wounding, including our mayor being wounded here. And we're lucky that finished now because we had just went in the negative, so we're about to get a penalty, guys. All right, so let's let this siege finish up, and then we'll end the conflict. All right, so we've won there. It was only 8 gold. It really wasn't worth finishing it, I suppose. So let's go ahead, yeah, because we were losing 8 per month. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands now. We're gonna get 2 counties out of this. We got some fame as well. And there we go, beautiful. So of course, the counties we got were these 2 here. We didn't get these ones because they were not part of that duchy. So we now control that duchy. We still need to get control of, oh, there's a siege going on there. We still do need to, oh, okay, so to form this kingdom, we don't actually need the Duchy of Athens. When I said we needed 2 duchies, I was thinking we needed both of these. But we don't actually need both. We just need 400 gold, guys. And then we can become the king of Greece, of Hellas. So yeah, it's just 400 gold. And then we can become the king. And then that will give us claims to this territory here, which I assume will just result in the emperor giving the duchess to us as a vassal. So yeah, I think we're gonna end up becoming the king of Greece very, very soon, guys. Very soon. So again, we just have to get 400 gold, and then we got it. So let's go and expand our armies. we try and start earning some gold, though we're still in the negative despite having disbanded the armies because, again, the problems here. I mean, you can see we're getting 40%, so it is 20%. It's 20% for each holding you hold above it. And the reason why it's not 80% is because of the fact that 2 of these are recently acquired, so they don't count in that. But yeah, we need to get rid of some of these titles, guys. So we'll be doing that next episode. Because this one's just about over. We're just going to do this event here. Experimentation. And just slightly more of this one would knock him out completely. Dionysios tells me. Our volunteer, and that is Theocharistos, is almost completely out of it. Greek names, man. So he starts putting away the bottles. Unfortunately, I believe this might be all our subject is capable of tonight. So we're working on torturing somebody right now. That's what's going on. So we can say this has been most insightful. We get 50 intrigue lifestyle and the experimental poisons bonus, which will be helpful. Of course, this guy's not going to like us, as you'd expect. We can say we're not quite done yet, and then we can do the risky experimental poisons. Or we can say, let us never do something like this again. I feel like we'd be willing to do this. Again, we're not really feeling, we don't feel for his suffering. We don't care about his suffering. And we're just interested in doing more of this. Again, we have a reason to do the torturing now. So we're going to do this, and it's 15% chance he might be killed. We'll see if that's what happens or not. I guess we can let it play for a second. And we are now the Greek cultural head. That's interesting, because we control more counties. So that will allow us to change up our innovation, though we're almost done with this innovation, though. Which one are we currently working on? Is it over here? We're currently working on this one right here, which is just increased naval speed. I really don't care about that one, guys. It's one of the last ones we need here in battlements. I feel like we should work on battlements. Let's do that one. I think that's for the best. It's going to be 13 years to get it knocked out. And so in this case, that extra learning we're getting from our wife is actually helpful. It's actually beneficial. We're now back into the positive on how much money we're earning there. I haven't seen what happened with that event just yet. Alright, I don't think we're going to wait any longer, guys. We need to give out these titles, because we're losing money and levies because of it. So yeah, we need to grant some titles. We could go ahead and give our son a title. I think he rightfully deserves one. So we might want to grant him something. Go ahead and grant him... Remember, we can't give him anything that Aristarchus is set to get, which Aristarchus is only going to get the counties here now. So if we were to look at exactly what's happening with the succession, he's going to get the duchy and the counties within the duchy. And that's all he's going to get. And we could even grant that to him now, like a baby if we wanted to, if we weren't caring about raising him or whatever. We could do that. Just put a baby in control. That's obviously really stupid, but we're also really stupid. Maybe we'll trust that a baby can do it. Where that is... his regent would be able to handle it for him. Of course, the game doesn't have regents, just talking roleplay wise. So yeah, we could go ahead and just grant that to him now. That would always be an option. Go ahead and grant him those titles, and that gets rid of 3 of them, puts us back at the point where we're only 1 domain above. And we could go ahead and give that a county to our son. So yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. What do you guys think we should do with the succession? I feel like it is about time for our son Constance to learn how to rule. So yeah, I think, and he can't have a lifestyle until he's a ruler. So yeah, I think it's time to put him in control here. We've already arranged the marriage for him, and they're already able to have children. So hopefully they start doing that. So everything's taken care of. So yeah, we can go and give him a title. I think that's exactly what we're gonna do. So I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. What do you think we should do about the titles here? I think they're rightfully our sons. So there's really nothing to do. We could give it to like a really older character. And then when he dies, the idea here is that when he dies, then we get the titles, and then we can grant them to our son when he's a little bit older. But that's a risky thing to do, first of all, because you don't know that that's how it's going to work out. Even like a 60-year-old character can get married to a young woman and have a son. So we could end up losing all these titles that are rightfully our sons. And what's the argument for not giving the baby titles? The fact that it would be stupid, right? To give a baby titles and then we have no control over how he is raised. We can always arrange the marriage before we give him his titles, of course. And I think we would still be able to arrange the marriages for him after, because of that new change in the patch. So we can always arrange a marriage for him. still, but we wouldn't be able to like raise him or pick his traits or anything like that. And frankly, it's kind of dumb putting a baby in charge. And that's the only real argument I can think of not to give it to him, is because it's dumb to put a baby in charge of, you know, this huge, vast duchy here. But again, you know, we're stupid, so sounds like something we do. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on what we should do with these titles. Obviously, we have to grant them out first thing next episode because it's killing us here on income, and we need to get that 400 gold. So we can also deal with, we don't have any prisoners. I probably should have ransomed whatever we had. Obviously, the son, we couldn't ransom since that was the one reason. Well, we could have ransomed him. Yeah, I should have ransomed him before I ended the war. So we could have got some money from that. Too late now, though, obviously. So, yeah, love to hear your guys' opinion. Post it down in the comments below. Hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. Got some things done. Took over all this realm here, and now got a new duchy. And you know, we took care of our brothers, who I'm not entirely sure where they went now. Yeah, one's up here. I'm assuming that's where his wife was. So he's up there. And then, of course, where's Magnus? Looking for Magnus. There's Thomas. And then Magnus is right down here. So he's in Hungary. So yeah, they both have left our realm. We took their titles from them because they rebelled on us, and you know, dealt with that all this episode. And again, just increased the realm by quite a bit, and very, very close to becoming the king of Greece, king of Hellas. So it was a fun episode in my opinion. Hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, and thanks for watching.